Good morning, everyone. We're going to wait just a couple minutes. Good morning. We're going to wait just a couple minutes to let all of our friends join us. Hello again. I bet you're wondering where Miss Becky is. Well, this week, she is having an outdoor adventure. I'm so happy to get to be sharing story time with you today. I'm Tiffany, and this week at the library, we're celebrating outdoor adventures, and so that's why Miss Becky isn't here, because she wanted to have an outdoor adventure too. Glad you could join us today. So sometimes we can't go on an outdoor adventure, and so we can build an inside fort. And that's what I've done today. So thank you for joining me in my blanket fort. I'm going to read a story about blanket forts. This book is called This Is My Fort, and it's by Drew Daywalt. This is my fort. Hello, monkey. Hello, cake. What are you doing? I'm making a fort. See his blanket fort? Nicely done. You are making a fort? Why are you making a fort? I am making a fort to keep out monkeys. No monkeys are allowed in my fort. But I am a monkey. I know. And I like forts. I know. I am a monkey and I want in the fort. I know. Can I come in the fort? No. This is a no monkey fort. Only cake is allowed in this fort. I am building this fort for no monkeys to be in it. Just cakes. Well, that's not very nice of Cake, is it? Poor monkey. He looks sad. Are you done making your fort? I am done. I am done and I am in my fort. Can you see Cake there in his fort? Good. Then I am done too. What is Monkey up to? What are you done with? I am done making my fort. You don't have a fort, Monkey. Yes, I do. I do have a fort. I see no fort. You are a fortless monkey. I am a fortful monkey. My fort is the whole world, except for your fort. See the wall? I do. It is my wall of my fort. The wall to your little fort is also the wall to my rest of the world fort. Oh no. You can see Cake. Oh yes. My fort is big. It is huge. It is the whole rest of the world, and your fort is small. Uh-oh, now Cake doesn't look happy. My fort is small. Your fort is a trap. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh yes. Your fort is a cage. You are in a cage, Cake. A cake cage. I don't want to be in a cage. I want to be free. I want to be out of my fort and in your fort. You cannot come into my fort. There are no cakes allowed. No cakes allowed in your fort? No. Can I come out, please? Do you think Monkey's gonna let Cake in the fort? We'll have to find out if I can get the silly page. Just kidding. You can come out. This fort is for cakes and monkeys and everyone. Oh, thank goodness. Let's eat pie. I love you, Monkey. I love you too. Also, I love pie. So see, a fort can be whatever you want it to be. And sometimes we build a fort outside and we decide that we want to sleep out in our fort in the backyard. Sometimes we get a little bit scared because it's very dark. This story is called Tiny T-Rex and the Very Dark Dark by Jonathan Stutzman. Tiny, it will be dark soon. Yes, Quainty, soon it will be very dark. Tiny T-Rex and the Very Dark Dark. It is our first camp out in the backyard, and we are nervous. We have never slept outside before. We are mighty beasts. I am a Rex. Pointy is a Pointy. And Bob is my special squishy. Do you have a special squishy? I do. Here's my special squishy. This is Ranger, my teddy bear, and sometimes he makes the dark dark not so scary. It's okay to have a squishy. But even mighty beasts get scared if we can't sleep with our nighty lights. When I am inside, the dark doesn't seem so dark. But when I am outside, The dark is very dark. Outside there are no nighty lights to turn on. And when there are no nighty lights, the grumbles and nombies come out. Uh-oh, can you see the trees? They look a little bit scary, don't they? Mother says there's always a light shining somewhere, tiny, even in the dark. If you are brave and look hard enough, you will find it. But it is hard to be brave when you are scared of the crawly creeps, and it is hard to look for something when you have your eyes shut. Pointy and I thought up a secret plan to be brave. When the very dark comes, we will be ready. First, we will build a hiding fort to hide our snacks. We always need snacks in our forts, don't we? And ourselves. It's fun to hide in our forts. See all the work they're doing? Oh my goodness. I don't feel hidden. Does he look very hidden to you? No, not yet. Next, we will make special helmets to protect our brains from the grumbles and nombies. I need a bigger helmet. You see his helmet? It's just tiny. The next part of the plan is the most important. We must hurry. We are running out of time. The crawly creeps are closing in. Tap, 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 tap. Snore. I hear the grumbles. They are close. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Run, Pointy, the nombies are here. This is it. Our secret plan is almost ready. Now we will not be scared of the very dark because we have made a super bright nighty light. See all their lights? Now they're going to plug it in. Click! Look how they lit up the backyard so pretty. Boy, they found a lot of lights, didn't they? Our plan did not work. The very dark has got us. Ooh, it is very dark, isn't it? I am scared. Pointy is scared. Bob is scared. We are all scared together. Maybe we can be brave together too. Brave enough to open our eyes. Look very, very hard. See them peeking? They're peeking out of their tent. They're being brave. And find some lights. Look what they found. See the stars in the sky? I like those lights. So they ended up being brave, didn't they? Another adventure we can do outside is to go fishing. I bet a lot of you like to go fishing, don't you? Well, guess who else likes to go fishing? Piggy and his dad. Piggy and Dad Go Fishing by David Martin. Piggy woke up excited. Today he was going fishing with Dad for the very first time. Dad was already up getting the fishing poles ready and making Piggy's favorite lunch. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on squishy bread. Now all we need are worms, and tonight we'll have the world's most delicious fried fish for supper, said Dad. So, Piggy dug up worms faster than he could say delicious fried fresh fish. When they got to the river, Dad asked Piggy if he wanted to bait his own hook. Okay, said Piggy. He took a worm and hung it over his hook. The worm wiggled and fell off. Piggy tried again. This time he tied the worm in a knot around the hook. The worm untied itself. Piggy, I'm afraid you really have to poke the hook into the worm. Piggy looked at the worm. The worm smiled at Piggy. Do you want me to do it? Dad asked. Dad looked at the worm. The worm smiled at Dad. Let's use bread for bait instead, said Dad. So Piggy and Dad pinched bread from their sandwiches, squished it into little balls, and baited their hooks. Then they threw in their lines. Now, said Dad as he sat down, you have to be very patient. Fishing takes a lot of waiting, and fish has to be hungry. It has to think about eating. It has to find the bait. It has to look at the bait and think about it and say to itself, that looks pretty tasty. It has to nibble the bait and decide if it really is good. And then, finally, it has to bite the whole thing, hook and all. But Piggy wasn't good at waiting. He pulled his line out and threw it back in, and pulled it out and threw it back in again and again. Nothing's happening, he said. You can't hurry fish, said Dad. Soon they both fell asleep. But they held on to their poles. Suddenly, Piggy's pole bent hard. I got a bite, he shouted. Piggy pulled. The fish pulled. Piggy pulled again, and the fish pulled again too. The fish jumped. Piggy slipped. Dad grabbed Piggy. Dad slipped. Splash! But finally Piggy reeled in his fish. Good job, said Dad. It's a beauty. Piggy smiled, but then he looked at his fish, and his fish was looking right back at him. My fish looks sad, said Piggy. Do you think he really feels sad? I don't know. I never thought about it, said Dad. Piggy and the fish stared at each other. Can I let him go? Said Piggy. Sure, said Dad. So Piggy slipped the fish back into the water. Bye-bye, fishy, said Piggy. Watch out for hooks next time. The fish flipped its tail and was gone. Then while they ate lunch, Piggy made more bread balls and tossed them into the water. What are you doing? Asked Dad. I'm fishing, said Piggy. But you're just feeding the fish, said Dad. I know, that's because it's a different kind of fishing. You should try it, said Piggy. Look at all the fish, said Dad. This is fun. Why didn't I ever think of feed the fish fishing? See all the happy little fish down there? Getting all that bread. The next day, Piggy and Dad went fishing again. As a special treat, Dad brought donuts. Some for Piggy, some for himself, and all the rest for the fish. Boy, I bet those fish liked those donuts, didn't they? So the last story that I want to read you is, do princesses wear hiking boots? I think that's a good question. I know princesses like to have outside adventures too. I think we'll find out. Mommy, do princesses wear hiking boots when they wish to take the scenic route? Mom said yes, they do. Do princesses ride tricycles? Yes, even two-wheeled bicycles. Do princesses climb trees? Is there a better way to catch the breeze? Do princesses like to walk in the rain? They dance through the puddles and with refrain. Do princesses play in the sand and dirt? If they're wearing jeans and a messy old shirt? Do princesses have to do chores? They clean their drawers and sweep their floors. Mommy, do princesses have to follow the rules? That's one of the things they learn at school. Uh-oh. Look what this one says. I will not kiss the frogs in class. That's pretty silly. Do princesses eat the crust of their bread? They save them for the ducks instead. Do princesses have a favorite vegetable? They find them all delectable. Do you know what delectable means? It means delicious. So princesses think that vegetables are delicious. Do princesses drink sparkling punch? They prefer lemonade with their lunch. When princesses laugh, do they sometimes snort? Oh, they have manners of every sort. Do princesses cry and make a fuss? They have bad hair days, like the rest of us. Do princesses snore when they fall asleep? After they've counted 500 sheep. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of sheep to count. Mommy, do princesses seem at all like me? Look inside yourself and see. A princess is a place in your heart. I hope you've had fun with these stories, and Miss Becky will be back next week, but she wanted to make sure and tell all of you to come down to the library and get your adventure bag. There's all kinds of fun things in it. All kinds of things to do, so she wanted to make sure that you came down and got one of those. We hope to see you soon, and have a great day.